worried it was going to be me and Mum and Kathy. Had the cats on backup just in case we needed to rent a crowd. This is an area I think where everyone really cares about the environment, but everyone's scared to say that they're green because it's been a blue seat for a very, very long time. But I mean, based on the percentage, there's quite a few people here who want to have more of a green voice in the government. I think that in some ways, not having a lot of experience in politics can be an advantage, especially at this point in time in Australia where we've had two parties pretty much just naysaying each other for pretty much the past 20 years. And it'd be good to have someone come in who isn't jaded by that, who hasn't gone through like years and years of political assassinations to get to the top, and honestly someone who can bring a bit of naivety and a bit of just kind of hope towards the government and to be a big idealistic. I think I can bring all that along with having a background in law, which makes me very aware of the realities of how hard it is to bring policy into being. And so I am realistic, but I think that I'm also inexperienced enough that I can bring a lot of good and fresh ideas to the government. I would really like to see the licenses for causing gaslighting revoked, even if it doesn't happen across the whole state, at least in all the mining that's happening within the water catchment areas just needs to stop, because the best resource Australia has is that we have a clean environment. We don't really have anything left to sell to the rest of the world, and we're going to have to eventually become a little bit more self-sufficient, and if we can keep our environment clean, that's the thing that's going to keep us safe in the future. I think that's a pretty archaic view of the Greens party, and it's definitely coming off an image that hasn't existed for kind of nigh on 30 years now. And I mean, the Greens as a party, if you take the time to read policy, we're all about preventative action and harm minimisation. We're not about taking any radical steps. We're not about like turning Sydney into a commune or anything anytime soon. So I mean, the Greens are very realistic when it comes to economic and social policy. But I think the main thing is we factor in the environment and we factor in the future, and 50 years down the road, not 4 years down the road when the next election's on the list. It's not something that's going to be solved overnight, that's the main thing. It won't be the answer to suddenly add a few more lanes to the spit bridge. The answer is going to be a long-term solution where we change our infrastructure to include more accessible, more frequent and more efficient public transport in an adult and that means, at the moment our ferries are all privatised, which makes it incredibly expensive for local people to use them if they want to access the city, and it becomes something that only tourists use, so we're left to use buses which are currently running really inefficiently through gridlocked roads. So I think it's a very complicated question which needs to start with understanding the problems of the underlying infrastructure and not slapping a band-aid on it to look good for the next election cycle. Really appreciate the support coming out this time, guys. Thank you.